Hello teacher. Following the successful implementation of the student registration system, our team had expanded the design to manage the motor vehicle pool for Trinity College's TFPS Center. The primary goal of this ERT is to digitize the entire operational life cycle, starting from the moment a department submit a reservation through the actual trip taken by a faculty member to the back end maintained and spare part inventory to give you a clear picture. I will now walk you through the key entity group and their relationship. First, let's look at the personal and booking flow. As you can see on the left side of the diagram, we have the department and faculty entity. A department consists of many faculty members creating a one-to-many relationship. When the faculty member need a vehicle, we generated a reservation. We have designed this entity to link directly to vehicle type, ensuring the system capture the specific class of vehicle required, such as a sedan or a minibus, rather than just a generic car. Once the reservation is confirmed, we move into the most critical phase, trip operation. When a faculty member automatically check out a vehicle, a record is created in the trip entity. This acts as our central hub, connecting the driver, the specific vehicle, and the original reservation. A key feature here is the checking of automated start and automated end. This data is virtual because it allows the system to automatically calculate billing amount by multiplying the mileage by the rate defined in the vehicle type table, ensuring accurate department billing very moon. However, a well-run fleet requires reliable maintenance. Therefore, we have designed a cooperative maintenance module at the bottom of our diagram. Any issue or complaint reported during a trip are recorded in the maintenance log. Since one service visit my enroll multiply divide, we break this out into maintenance detail line. In this section, the role of the machine is strictly controlled through the hard authorization attribute. This ensures that only certified machine have the authority to sign up and receive a vehicle back into a service, maintaining high safety standard. Finally, to support the maintenance workshop, the system manages the spare part inventory. We use the part entity to monitor quality on hand, again minimum quality. Three should through the path you you shape by entity. The path manager can track exactly which component where it is for which specific byte. This prevents loss and allow for timeline reordering. We never stop. Level hit the minimum limit. In conclusion, this cross-foot ERD provide a complex solution for tiny colleges. It often optimizes the reporting of re, review role, maintain the cost and vehicle performance while ensuring data integrity. This design is highly scalable, ready to accommodate more vehicles or new service categories in the future.
My name is Tuấn Anh, and easy freestyle I will prioritize presents part 2 and part 3. The first part 2 is 3NS database design and the normalization process for K-12. Once operates, the goal is to convert the case requirements into database design in third normal form to reduce and redundation, keep data consistent, and present inserts, updates, and delays normalized. The system must support reservation trips, maintenance, and pass checking. It's true. Data source and why numeration is needed. K-12 data come from several operational documents, the reservation form, the check or checkout form, the maintain notebook, the maintain detail form, and a past inventory or uses records. If we store everything in a big table, we get repeated information and a repeating group, especially because one mainstream log can include many work items and many past review that creates data uh, duplication and anomalies. The three from UNF to once an app. In UNF, missing item and a past users appear as list multi-value values attribute with listed in one NF to address one NF will split repeating group into 9 item table. Maintain maintains detail for multi-floor mutable work task per node and pass users for multiple pass per log for true and app. For true and app, the key table to check if pass users because it will composes key logs ID and a pass ID. Quantity quantity users depend on the full key, so it certifies to an app. The cryptic pass data stay in path to avoid patio dependencies. 5. Tree and apps. For tree and app, we remove sensitive depend- dependencies by storing descriptive data only once in a master table. Departments vehicle types with melee rate mechanic and a pass operational tables store only IDs and S foreign key. This prevents repeating name rate and store values in a transaction table. Final results, the files 3 and F's schema include department security vehicle type, vehicle reversion shapes, mechanic, maintain knock, maintain detail, pass, and a pass yield, which is clear, family key, and foreign key, watch, matching the LED. LED. The next part, I will introduce the part three. Part three create table where I implement the final 3NF relational schema from part two into my SQL using GGL statement. The setup and the setup and creation orders. First, I resend the environment by wrapping and recreating the database, and then create the table is not equal order to avoid perennial key error. I created a master table first, and then dependence table, and final the operational and a main table. This ensures that a foreign key always reference an existing present table. The second master table called reference data. I began with the main reference table department because departments and so I because department store apartment information using depth ID depth ID as the family's primary case, and the vehicle type store vehicle type for vehicle categories, and the my race week is 02 letter for code reporting mechanic store mechanics information, and the has all authorization flag part store pass in inventory according quality on hand, and minimum quantity. This table reduce redundancy because name and rate are stored only one as only one, and a table reference using foreign key and adaptable. Yes, you can see. Uh, the three department tables like I create table depend on the master data. Master faculty. Yes, I will create faculty. The reference department to depth ID vehicle reference vehicles type to vehicle type ID, and also enforces unique request for license plate. This confirms that a faculty belongs to a valid department, and its vehicle belongs to a valid vehicle type. The four operation table. Then I will adapt a table. You can see the faculty table, and then I created the main operation table, reversion table, and the reversion table store reversion require and resonant faculty department and a vehicle type, and a trade store is actual trades for records and reference reservation, and a vehicle is also store odometer reading field information and a maintain complete. So reversion reservation and request and shape revision revision the real US calling back to row reversion. To find the maintain and pass zero table remain chain and finals. I will remain chain and the basketball will create the maintain of a chicken number maintain love reference vehicle, and the releasing machines and via maintain detail and reference maintain now, and the mechanic who perform the work part are zero because with part are zero for a maintain no, and use a composite primary dot ID part ID to prevent uh, duplicate and try for the log and a path component as path component and the final law is the first recursion after create all table after create all tables I verify the database structures using command iso table and describe so so and so create table all table was created successfully and the primary case and foreign case enforce reference theos entirety extractly as defined in a ERD and a 3NF scales and and now I will show 11 table. The first data department table departments. As you can see department tables. Uh, second faculty table. Yes, you can see the maintain descendant. Uh, the maintain detail table. Yes, there is and the maintain now as the mentioned now and the table mechanic this table mechanic and pass and you see pass table yes and select the pass uses pass uses and table reversion uh, you can see and chip table and you can see chip table and vehicles you can see yes select and vehicle type table yeah yes you can see and that concludes part 3. Thank you for your listening.
Was regarding part 4, the goal was to populate sample data for system testing instead of entering random disconnect data. I apply scenario-based data trackery. This ensure business logic and reflectional integrity between tables. Challenge arose with the vertical time master table, which usually contains only a few basic types to meet the strict 20 round requirements of the assignment. I proactive expand this list to 20 device category like this. Next is the scenario logic in trip table. Here I create a scenario where chip 1 and chip 2 encounter technical issues such as break noisy in media. Thirdly, this data logic link to a maintainable. This system automatic call log the repair ticket for that specific vehicle on the following day. This seamless connection prove that the data system is built tightly and realistically like this. Next is part 5 regarding security. The most uh, urgent issues is protecting credit card number in the chip table as this sensitive data that cannot be stored as plain text. Encryption is encryption encryption address I utilize the AES algorithm here. Uh, as you can see in the code snippet, I convert the column to binary format and use the AES en- encrypt function with the private key to transform data into unreadable uh, in encrypted string on the disk. Uh, Operational steps still need a verify a transaction. The second solution is data mapping. I do not allow staff to access the raw table. Instead, create a secure view named a vShape report. This view I use combination of abstract and a string function to display only the last four digits, masking the first three. Plus, security layer is role-based asset control following the principle of least uh, privilege. The actual code I create two distinct roles. First, the manager with full ad- administrator privilege. Second, and more importantly, is the staff role. Here, I only select pre permission on the secure view I create and inset inset a permission to create new reservation. Staff are completely blocked from accessing the Rajib table content encrypt data. I have absolutely no delete permission. Soon, I have successfully built a rich logic data set for the system and deployed a robust multi-layer security barrier, ensuring safety for tiny college sensitive data. This concludes my presentation. Thank you, teacher, and everyone for
Hello teacher, today I will present part 6 and part 7 of my database project. In part 6, I created for SQL view for business reporting. View 1 were already created earlier. Retrieve sales report, which make credit cards number for safely. So in this part, I am view to view 5 and the view helpers. Then in part 7, I run translate queries to generate report outputs for submission screenshots. Before going into XView, I want to explain why we use view. A view is like a virtual table. It does not store data again, but it stores the SQL logic. So instead of writing long John statements and many times we can just do select from a view. This makes the system cleaner, easier to maintain, and better for reporting. Now I start with view 2, the reservation full info. So full reservation information in one place. This view this view commit This view combines reservation data, department, faculty, and requested vehicle type with its mu x rate. In the select is return file line reservation ID, expected departure date, destination, driver name, faculty name, type name as requested vehicle type, mail address to the view zone for tables, reservation or department D, faculty F, vehicle type VT. So with this view, I can quickly list all reservations with the department and lecturer name, and also now the price per meal from vehicle type. Next is view 3. We trip full info. So a complete trip record including reservation info, actual vehicle info, meals driven, fuel and complaint. This will return trip ID, reservation ID, expected departure date, destination vehicle ID, license plate, vehicle type name and actual vehicle type, meal address, odomaster and calculated by meals driven, odomaster and odomaster star. Field gardens, maintenance complaint, faculty name and trip name. The main idea here is the reservation tell us what were requested, but the trip used the actual vehicle, so we join trip to vehicle type. Important detail, I use left zone for faculty and department in this view in some past. Because there is a not past trip, faculty ID may not be for a key, so some trip might not have a matching faculty record. With left on the trip still appears in the report event if faculty info is missing. So this view is very useful for operational reporting. It shows each trip, meals code rate, and any maintenance complaint. Now view 4. The department change summary. Create a summary report by department. Total trip, total meal, total change. The view selects trip ID, trip name, count trip ID as total trips, sum as total meals, sum as total change. So calculate it. The view zone trip T, reservation or department D, vehicle V, vehicle type VT, and then it's U group by depth ID, depth name. This view is important for business reporting because it shows which department use the survey most and how much they should be changed. Next is view 5, the maintenance full report. A full maintenance report including Log details, vehicle information, mechanic who released the vehicle, and how many days it took to complete. It returned log ID, vehicle ID, license plate, vehicle type, description, log date, comparison date, calculated file, days to complete, date trip, completion date, log date, release by mechanic ID, release by mechanic name, has authorization. The zones are maintenance log, vehicle V, vehicle type VT, and depth of mechanic M or related by and mechanic ID. Lesson is used so that even if released by in nurse or mechanic not found, the maintenance log is still shown. This view has manager check maintenance performance and authorization rules. Now I explain the 10 report queries. Q1 list all reservation using view to isolate form V reservation full info and order by expected departure date. Q2 chip with complaint. I isolate form chip where maintain complaint is not known. This has file program. Chip quickly. Q3 MUN train for each chip. ISO chip with vehicle and vehicle type. Calculate MU driven and chip train, then order by chip train. Test setting. Q4 top 5 vehicle with highest MU. I group chip by vehicle and sum total MU, then order by total MU and limit 5. Q5 rank departments by total chain. I select from V department chain summary and order total chain descending. Q6 for maintenance report. I select from V maintenance full report and order by log date. Q7 car work item per maintenance log. I group maintenance detail by log ID and car row to see which log has the most work. QS bad usage summary. I let zone pass with part usage and some quantity used by part. With service part are used mod. Q9 auto design mechanic and how many release they make. I filter mechanic with has authorization 1 and count how many maintenance log they release. Q10 save report view with max credit card. I select from VChip save report showing chip ID, vehicle ID, max credit card and complaint. This support the requirement staff can view the report without seeing full card numbers. Finally, I run some check. I saw that credit card number are stored encrypted by display has output. I test the save view and confirm it matches the card number. I check permission using so when for snap view user and I list all view to confirm there are 5 view in the database. So in summary, past 6 view reporting view, past 7 generate report quadrant, and we also answer via security and access control. Next, I will run the SQL script and show output table. We should save report 9, report 10. Result 11. We just save report 20. Result 40. We selection full info. We ship full info. We department change summary. We maintain full report. Thank you for listening.
Teacher, my name is Nam. In this video, I will present part 8 store procedure and part 9 transaction in my database TinyClick Pool. For each item, I will explain what is the execute the code script and briefly describe what we can see in the resource grid. First, I confirm that the schema TinyClick view here. TinyClick will already contain the required table you can see here, and procedure and my procedure for part 8 and part 9 is here. As you can see, we have 5 store procedure is this 5 SP is for part 8 and TX is for part 9. After creating the now I will start with part 8. Yeah, first you can see that SP grid is a SP1 SP grid reservation is used to create a new reservation. It insert a record into reservation and return the new reservation ID using last insert ID. Now I will run the code script. Yeah, you can see here. Here's the script for SP grid reservation. I will call SP reservation right now. I will run it. That you can see in the next resource group, the select row form a reservation. So the same value I just entered, so the reservation was created correctly. After creating the reservation, the next step is to check out the vehicle and create a trip. To check out the trip, we have a SP2 SP checkout trip. SP checkout trip is used to check out a vehicle and create a new trip. It inserts into trip, set a order method and equal order method start and encrypt the credit card using AES encrypt if provided. Now I will show you the SQL script here. I will call SB checkout trip. Yeah, that you can see in the result group we get the new trip ID. We confirm the trip was created. Then the trip record show odometer start equal odometer end, which is correct at the checkout time, and the credit card is displayed as hex SEX, which proves it is stored as encrypted data, not plain text. Now the trip is created. Next, I will complete the trip and update the final information. Next is to a complete trip, we have a SB complete trip is used to complete a trip. It update odometer and fuel gallons and maintains complaints for the credit card and URL. That noon keep the old value empty set noon authorize is encrypt and update. Now I will show you the script. Here is the script to call SB complete trip. Now I will run it. That you can see the resource script. The trip record now shows the updated odometer and the record fuel gallons. The complaint text is also saved, which will be used to open maintain later. After completing a trip, if there is a complaint, we usually create a maintain log. That is the next procedure. XB create a maintain log is used to open maintenance log for a vehicle. It insert into maintenance log and keep completion dates and release by afternoon because the maintenance is not finished yet. Now I will show you the SQL script. Here is the SQL script. Now I will run it. After I run it in the resource script, we can see the new log ID, which confirm the maintain log is created. The row in a maintain log show completion date and release by noon, meaning the log is still open. Once the maintain log is open, the next step is to record the past use during the maintenance. Yes, next is SB use bar. It's used to record past uses during maintenance. It's inserted into part uses and decrease quantity on hand in part. Now I will show you the script, SQL script here. That you can see here, and I will run it. After I run it, in the resource script you can see a new row in part uses for this log, which confirms that the part usage is recorded. Then, when I query the past table, the quantity on hand value is reduced, so inventory is updated correctly. Next is so that is part 8, where each store produce perform one business task. Next, I will move to part 9, where multiple steps are combined into atomic transactions. Next, batching transaction. Batching is part 9. The goal automatic CD. If any step fail, everything will run back. Each transaction procedure use ACID handle for SQL exception to automatically roll back and recycle error. First is a TX1 is a TX create reservation and checkout. TX create reservation and checkout compiles creating a reservation and checking out a trip in one transaction. If checkout fails, the reservation insert is rolled back. Now I will show you the SQL script here. I run it, then I run. Oh, that you can see In the resort grid, we can see both the generated reservation ID and trip ID. When I select from reservation and trip, both record exist and match each other, proving TX1 committed successfully as a single transaction. Now that we can create reservation and a trip together, the next transaction completes the trip and automatically opens maintain if needed. TX complete trip and auto open maintains completes a trip and automatically opens a maintain log if the complaint is not null and not empty. It updates the trip first, then gets a vehicle ID from the trip and creates a maintain log. Now I will show you the script. Here is the SQL of the script. Now I will run. Oh, in this resource script we can see auto log ID. Auto log ID if it is not null, it confirms a maintain log was created automatically. Then selecting from maintain log shows the created the record so TX2 would work correctly. After the maintain log is created, the next transaction records the repair detail and part usage together is TX3, TX add maintain detail and use bar. TX add maintain detail and use bar insert into maintain detail and then record part usage by calling SP use bar all in one transaction. If part usage fail, the detail insert is rolled back. Now I can show you the SQL script here. Here is a SQL script I will run. So that you can see here in the result kit, we can see maintain detail record grid for this log. We also see corresponding in part usage and the part table show inventory quantity decrease. This confirms that takes were executed both steps successfully within one transaction. Once repair work is done, we need to close or release the maintain log, that is TX4. TX release maintain. TX release maintains close a maintain log by updating completion date and release by in one transaction. Now I will show you the script here. And run it. That you can see the resource grid, the maintain log now show a completion date and release by, which confirms the log is closed successfully. Finally, to support future maintain, we also need to restock path, that is TX5. That is TX5. Here is the SQL script TX5. TX restocks path by increasing quantity on hand in the part table in one transaction. Now I will run the code script. In the resource now. Oh, here is in the resource script, I flow first part quantity before restocking, and then after the transaction, the quantity is increased by the restock amount. So TX5 update inventory correctly. Now I will run it again. So just you can see the quantity on hand is increased to 5 number. No, sorry. It's quantity to yes, its quantity on hand is increase 5 number. That's so TX5 update inventory correctly. Now I will intentionally create an error inside by the transaction by using a part quantity larger than the current inventory. I will choose prepare my SQL script to intentionally create an error inside here, that you can see the procedure raise the quantity here is larger than the current inventory, that you can see in the here. Now I will run this code. That you can see the procedure raise an arrow, the transaction will run back. After that, we can confirm no new maintain detail is insert and the path quantity is unchanged. You can see here SQL system is noise me an error code is 1062 duplicate entry to is not you can see here. This is so the procedure raise an error and transaction will run back. That is the final in my part 9, and next now, because part 8 and part 9 are final part of this assignment, I will run the full SQL script from part 1 to part 9 to show that the entry database can be built execute successfully from start to finish. Here is the full assignment of my group. You can see here it's from part 1 to part 9. I will show you full script and run it. After I executing full script, I will quickly verify the main output. I will refresh the schema here. As you can see, after I run this file, the schema objects are created. The table exists and the store procedure instruction procedure are available under the store procedure section. This confirms the complete project. The project setup is correct. I will show you all inside Tiny Collectible. Here is the table view, and my main part is store procedure. You can see here. You can see all the table here. Views trigger if any and the store procedure and the transaction. We confirm the database is created successfully. That's all my assessment from my group. To conclude, I have demonstrated part 8 with 5 store procedure and part 9 with 5 transaction procedure, and I also confirmed the full script from part 1 to part 9 runs successfully to build the complete database system. Thank you, teacher. Thank you for listening.